What does it mean to be a boy?
Most people expect boys to be tougher and stronger than girls, but actually they're not.
Some people say to them, be a man, and they're kind of expected to bounce back from injury and things.
Well, it's just boys don't really tell the teacher that much.
When my brother had killed himself, I took a week off school. 2 days after that, my good friend came round and we played Halo 3, which was kind of our favourite video game at the time. And he just sat there with me, and he didn't ask me to talk about what had happened. He didn't challenge me. Not challenge, he didn't like force me to talk about it, and he didn't stay clear of the topic. He just sat there and he did what we did normally. And I spoke to him about it, and he empathised with me totally, and he was really good. And I just felt like I knew from that point onwards that although a really big thing had happened to me, it wasn't going to mean that I would lose all my friends.
I kept my depression quiet for about a year and a half. If I'd been in an environment like I am now, I would have come clean about it much sooner. But I guess I felt ashamed, and that is the exact opposite of how I should have felt.
In April, I lost one of my best friends. It was quite a hard time for all of us at the school because no one really knew or expected it to happen to one of us, like one of my group. And when it did, it kind of just shook everything. Sadly, took his life, so it was sad for us, and we had no idea what he was going through, and we just felt like we could have done so much more.
I feel like it's easier for a girl to go get help just because of girls like having more support. I think it's more understanding towards them.
I do believe that men and boys are often terrified of appearing vulnerable, especially around girls, I think. And actually I think vulnerability is quite a useful thing. If you are vulnerable with somebody, you're admitting to yourself that there's something wrong.
As a group, we always used to talk to each other about everything, really. But when it comes to situations like that, it's like, would I have said something if I was going through that? And you ask yourself twice, like, would you? But we talk, if it's about girls, money, sport, we just have guy chat, and you think, if someone was feeling like that, it would come to us. But then it's like such a hard thing to do.
I would open up to my male friends as well, just because they open up to me. When you open up to someone, it makes them feel like if there is anything that they need to say, then they can also talk to you about what they're going through.
In my experience, going to the school and telling them can be really helpful, because if they just tell teachers, just that the teachers are aware of the fact that something is up with you, then that can stop school from being a place that just adds more pressure.
Talking about like your problems it's not really acknowledged as much as it should be, because if you have a problem and no one else knows about it, then you're just going to feel totally alone and like you're the only one.
When you are feeling down, when you're feeling as if the cloud has descended and you just want to isolate yourself, there are other ways of doing it. There is exercise, there is playing an instrument, there is just going for a walk.
Just asking someone if they want to go out, it goes a long way sometimes. Some people are just on their own with this for a long time, and you don't even have to talk about mental health. It just really helps sometimes to say, let's go and do something.
I've been to about, I don't know, probably like 7, 8 different counsellors at this point, so like quite a few, and I'm getting counselling at the moment. It's kind of like we're just having a really thoughtful conversation. It's like you go and then you talk and it flows and you walk out and you feel so much better and you feel so much less alone.